It is way too cold to be out here on the bike filming, but the DJI Action 6 has come out and I wanted to do a quick little video on this because there doesn't seem to be any moto content makers that haven't been paid by DJI to talk about the camera. So it's really fucking cold, so we're going to take it slow, but let's see how things go. So the main thing I want to talk about is this new open gate functionality, which lets you effectively record in portrait and landscape at the same time. So what does that mean for us? We don't need to record twice, and obviously when you're motovlogging, things happen as they happen. You can't really record everything again, you know, it's not going to be organic or natural. So this is a really good feature in theory for allowing us to post short form and long form content at the same time, and that's why I got this camera. And you can see in front of me now, my main camera was the DJI Action 4, which was you know, doing absolutely fine for what I was using it for, but it didn't have the ability to connect up two mics, which I haven't tested out yet on this camera, but I know that's a feature that the Action 5 had anyway. So that being said, I thought, let me get the Action 6. It's got this open gate functionality, you know, that's going to be really good. But what I found out is when you're using open gate, you effectively don't get the same field of view as you would if you were just filming in landscape. So this is my first ride out really testing this. I did look at the display on the camera and it basically looked like it was cropped when I was just inspecting it when I first opened up the box, which is a bit disappointing really, because you're not really getting the full field of view. And when you're on a bike like this, you really want to be able to see, you know, both the hands, the mirrors, and as much as you can, you know, as much as possible, left and right. And that's what makes the experience a lot more dynamic and interesting for viewers, in my opinion anyway. So we'll have to see how much this crop makes a difference. I will take a video using this open gate, which is what I'm doing now, and then I'll swap over at some point into the regular wide field of view or ultra wide field of view, and just see how they compare visually. I'm not expecting a massive difference in terms of the video quality from the Action 4 to this. I mean, they're already really good cameras visually anyway. There's not really much else I could change. Curious to see if Rocksteady's been improved at all. You know, you do get a little bit of jitters when using an ND filter. I do realise now I've got ND16s on these cameras, and it is a little bit dark, but hopefully it won't be too underexposed and we'll get some decent enough footage for this video anyway. This also has a variable aperture, meaning that if it does get too dark or too light, the camera should have a better ability to correct that without having to fiddle around with the ISO settings too much. So let's see what that looks like. Again, this is the open gate footage, so with the crops, and I'll switch over to the other one in a minute. Okay, so I've swapped over to the wide field of view now, the regular landscape POV. How does it look? I would imagine we can see a little bit more on the left and the right. And actually I did see that DJI has released a firmware update as I was starting up the camera today on my phone, so maybe this could be something that is completely redundant and then we actually do have an update for this. But I did want to showcase this because no one's talking about it, and I think a lot of people are buying this camera for this feature, because aside from that, from what I've seen online in terms of the actual image quality, it's the same as the Action 5 and almost subjective in a way as well, because some people may like the image quality of the Action 5 more. Actually, the DJI Mic 2 connects so quickly to this camera, whereas before with the Action 4 it would take a while. I'd have to turn the mic on, wait for it to connect, make sure it's connected so that I know that I'm actually going to get some audio coming through. But yeah, how does this look? Let me know in the comments. Are you thinking about getting this camera? Is there anything you want me to check for you in terms of motovlogging capabilities? And I'll be happy to answer those questions for you, so let me know. Cheers, bye bye.